Alright, crew. We are back. We are back, and I know the results of Splatfest. And, I chose the wrong team. Like, on my personal account, I was just like, part of me did really want to choose Power, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't. But, well, I guess I kind of spoiled it. Congrats, Team Power. I guess this is what we're wearing until the end of the night, until I beat this thing. And I'm not quitting until I beat this thing. I don't care if I lose sleep over this, and we're doing it. We're getting it done tonight, or nothing else is happening. Also, my light died, so it's charging on the side here. Hopefully I can just get it back up and running. But if not, that's fine. Um, we're here, so we're a little bit more tired. I had a nice meal. I'm back. We're good. And we can, kind of do things at our own pace here. But yeah, we're done with the cosplay for now. For now. Maybe in some day future. Maybe if somebody has enough channel points, perhaps they will get that. Okay. So yeah, so that is definitely something we're doing. I also have a patch on my face now because I also kind of did a little bit of other things. Went to the bathroom, did just also ate, and goodness gracious, honestly, I feel like the cosplay was just a little bit too tight. So, okay. But hopefully, I'm gonna power through this. I'm gonna hopefully make it through this and not have any issues. Um, but yeah. So let's do this. Let's at least get the music away here. We'll hear that again many times, trust me. But we're gonna come back here, and then and then I just gotta switch scenes here. Again, also my thing's shut off too, so that ended up happening, but we're fine. It's fine. We were saved, I think. If not, then all I have to do is I'm pretty sure all I have to do is the what's it called mission again, or just show them the things, and then we'll be fine. All right, let's load up here. Ugh. Oh, okay. Did I show them the mission? Right in the mountains. Alright, do I still have the Leviathan thing, or do I not have it anymore? No, it looks like I shouldn't have it anymore. We shouldn't? Just making sure we don't have it, because, I would hate for us to just, completely miss that. Yep, okay, we're good. Alright, it's just the game reloading. Okay, so now... we do have to make our way up to... Akkala, but I also... I mean, not Akkala. Well, we have to go back to Akkala at some point, but, have to make our way up to Hebra. Also not gonna keep their defenses away. I'll just go over here and chop the wood over here. Looks like there's a hearty truffle over there, which is good. Also, I did just kind of look it up in between the time. We need 50 pieces of wood. We need 50. 50. So we're gonna be here for a little bit. Trying to get this done. So, luckily Hebra has a bunch of wood waiting for us too, so that is something that we're kind of at least okay with for a little bit. I am also going to... gonna call our horse back out. Yeah. Take one out for a ride. Guess we're gonna take a horse. We'll get the eye over here. Part of me does want to try again for the horse thing, but we really don't have time. We do not have time. Alright. Come on, Buell. Gonna just get back on the path here. I am gonna put my down clothes on, because quite realistically it is gonna be really... Oh, no, I didn't mean to... Oh god. Nope. Gonna probably keep it going here. Keep the paths. Sorry guys. Oh my god. Really? Honey. Okay. Actually... It's dead. Cool. Thanks, it might have been enough more than I could chew. Yeah. Chap, how did you get over? You must have gotten over here in the time that I was away, but alright. It's fine. Right, but what do we have? Regardless, we need the goblin guts anyway, and it's storming, so that's really not good for us. Actually, that's kind of awful for us. I guess I have to go with the Forest Dweller set. No, did it drop something? I didn't mean to drop anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, because not dealing with that one. Also not dealing with the Lionel that's over there either. Huh, I didn't realize this is actually where you can get both of the boars. Potentially. But we're back in it. I really am kind of glad I took that break, because I don't think I could go the full 8 hours, plus the full 8+ hours with it, and, you know. I know I did, like... I did that for, what's it called? For, Octo expansion, but I didn't really feel like doing it again. Regardless. It's nice to just kind of come by and do some other things here. We do have up to Hebra. And beyond that, we're pretty much just gonna be, you know, chilling out here and just kind of chilling through it. Does seem like we're going up to Hebra. I find it funny that there is actually kind of a dip. Yeah, there is like a dip a little bit before you actually go up to the cold area here. You could hunt for them. You could hunt the moose, but I really don't want to. In any case, we are really chill out here. Quite literally, because we're in Hebra. Okay, but we're coming up to the north to Banzo Snowfield. I am gonna probably end up backtracking just a slight little bit, because we do want to get around this mountain and get to the labyrinth before we head back over to, to Rito Village. Now, I am kind of regretting not getting the snow boots now, but it'll only be for a little bit, so I don't think it's really gonna, like, again, I don't really think it's gonna be that worth it. Okay. Ah, Beetle. Why are you only wearing such little clothing out in the freezing cold? They will never understand. Alright, we're good. Hello. Hello, doggo. Alright, how are we doing on wood? 47, we're very close. Alright, the good thing is, now that we're here, we don't need to worry about thunderstorms. We can just chop down trees. I think there's actually probably pick up the double axe that's here too. Okay. There's a double axe here. Is also of use. But we do not want to be out in the snowfield, I will tell you that right now, because there's 3 Lynels back here. I don't have them marked back here, but there are 3 Lynels back there, and I'm not dealing with any of them. I'm not here to deal with any of them. Not that way. However, these guys. Goodbye. I'm not any worried about that at all. Oh, lovely. Hello. Y'all can just be out here in the cold? Alright, fine. Actually, for you... No. I guess that's gonna just have to burn. Wow. You're on fire. Okay. My bananas. Hey, you know what? They're an easy way to get money. I'll give them that. Alrighty. So let's see. There is a little divot over there. That might be helpful. But again, like, I don't want to stay on the path too much because that means a lot of Yiga foot soldiers are going to spawn. And it's like a really wide range, as we've learned very quickly. It's still -3. It's cold out here. As for this mountain, there doesn't seem to be much. Like, this like, area of the map is kind of, like, pretty barren besides the, you know, the Hyrule Forest, and then also, the Lanmei. Or, no, not the Lanmei, but the, Typhlo ruins over there. It's also another cool little mission. Also involves fighting a Hinox. Unfortunately, things that we do not have time for. But things that I would recommend doing in a playthrough, nonetheless. Alright. We'll go up once more. Hopefully you see some more. Oh. Okay. Okay, what's in here? I'll take those. I'll always take those. That was just a... Seems to be a Korok thing. Yes, indeed it is. But there's an enemy camp up here. I don't wanna mess with that. Not today. Okay, was that my last... It's the Revali's Gale. No, I still have one more. Alright, I might as well, right? There are a couple of... I do see a couple of ore veins. So that might be something to stop for, especially if we're gonna go visit the Great Fairy one more time. Don't pay me any mind. And there's an enemy camp with stuff in it, but it's not my case, not my prerogative right now. My major prerogative is just making sure that this rock gets into that hole, and hopefully I get a little thing for it. There we go. Neat. That's all I care about. Thank you very much. Okay, can't see anything, but I think that's it up ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Are there any guardians to worry about here? I don't think this one's like very heavy on the guardians. I think it was just the one. However, there are some horses. Some friends on horses, which we are going to ignore. North on May Labyrinth. You have reached this point and proceed onward through the maze and you will receive a blessing as a reward. Alright. Last of the 3. Minus Eventide, unfortunately. I'd love to do Eventide, we don't have time. It's too long of a mission and we don't have that much time left. Oh jeez, okay. Well, I don't think I can go this way. So that's out of the question. Okay, so as you can see, we can go all the way around this one. Okay, I think we're gonna just try to hang right this time. Snow boots would have come in clutch here. Yep. But unfortunately we decided to go through that mission, or forego that mission because, again, just too wild. Just too long of a mission. Especially without teleporting. Okay. So hanging up here. Again, I guess, you know, as the last session, I am just really curious as to how Breath of the Wild logic is going to end up playing out into, you know, the logic that we've already, and like into Tears of the Kingdom, and just, you know, the logic and mechanics. I think most of them do, especially because, you know, they've kind of kept the thing with the what's it called, the 2 jellies. So if that's the same, then most other things have to be the same too. At least I feel be the case. This is a path. This is a path. Gonna keep it going. Just always turn right, and then you can't really get lost. You'll cover everything at least, you know? Well, this is something. Ice arrows, I'll take those. Okay, so we're here now. So I think we still have some ways to go, really. Alright, let's take it right, well... Okay, do we?
Seems to be... yeah, just an extra point in here. I think unfortunately we do have to go around the other side. I think that's why it was blocking us from going that way. It's like pretty heavily too. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done this since my first playthrough, so... I haven't really done any of these since my first playthrough. I just know about the... the Guardian thing because it's just so... you know... well, I saw it recently and it's also just like such a memorable thing. You just have all these Guardians in the room and you just have to like not get near them. Or escape in enough time to just get out of there. It's like you get a diamond circlet, but you're gonna want to put that on like now. Because there's like 20 Guardians. Oh. Hello. How are you? I mean, like... hello? It's a regular old spear, right. How did you get in here? Have you just been in here? Wandering.
Rivali's gale is now ready.
Oh, thanks, Rivali. Yeah, I guess this is just an enemy camp. Alright, sure. Boom. Anything in there? No. If I did want to pass the time, I probably could. Huh. Alright. Continue along. Wow. You got this one, right? Yeah, it's a hunter's shield. Never picked it up, though. Oh. Have room for it. Arrows, 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 arrows. Arrows, arrows. Neat. That must mean that might respawn every blood moon. LOL. Dead. Oh gosh. Oh! Ooh. Oh, you are... oh. I was just like, why is it double shooting? It's because I have the duplex bow, no wonder. Okay. Hang on. Ugh! No, no. Literally. Literally. Alright, here. Eat that. There we go. I should have figured there was going to be more of them, like... should have figured there was probably going to be more of them. Yeah, so the best way to really kind of fight anything that's silver, partially is because... partial thing to do is really just kind of hit them with your strongest weapon. Freeze them and then hit them with your strongest weapon because freezing them does triple damage. Oh my god, yes. Thank you. Can't carry anymore. Yeah, freezing them has an attack buff essentially. Oh, there's another one. Oh, okay. Oh, he blocked pretty well there, I would have to say. Alright. It's an edge of duality in there, though. I want that. Edge of duality is essentially like a Sheikah Claymore. But fortunately not for us today. Unfortunately. Alright. Keep it going. Alright, this is also like a hidden little corner. Okay. I'm wondering if there is any more. Another luminous stone. It's daytime. The only way I know that is because it's not glowing. Okay. Right. Keep hanging right. Okay. Alright, now what's here? I think we've reached the top, yeah. Alright, I'll take that. No, I'll absolutely take that. Alright. Alright, what is in here? If anything. I don't think anything's in here. Unless it's more enemies. More enemies. Oh. Huh. Right. Well. Can't do anything about that. Not without an eye to shoot, and there is no eye to shoot. So we continue on. Okay. Nothing up there. Anything back here? Oh yes, a bunch of paths. Nothing this way. No, that's a dead end. That's also a dead end. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, hello. That scared me. Okay. At least it can't go anywhere, right? 55 rupees, I'll take that. Okay, just to make sure, there was nothing over here, right? No. No, that just kind of goes a little deeper. Hanging right. Whoa. Alright, that was our path around, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay. I hear the malice. Alright, so now we're on the other side of the malice, but... Oh my god! Ugh! Ugh! Goodness. Massive eyeball. That doesn't give you scocophobia. I don't know what will. Goodness gracious. Okay. Alright. Gold rupee. Right. Alrighty. I think we still have a way to get over, because we really actually still need to get in. And this isn't the way to do it.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm imagining that there's probably like the side way. There's like a side way to go. So let's just, let's go this way, maybe hang left this time. I love how it has like such like deep snow accumulation where there's literally like a cover over it. But I don't know. That's just me. Like I feel like here should not have a lot of cover. A lot of snow cover, at least like in the further back you get, you know? Like it's not like there's anybody coming in here. I mean besides the monsters, like coming in and like shoveling it back to the side. Okay. Perhaps it's this way. No. Hmm. That's a little bit of a... Ah! Where are we? Ah. Oh. It's a little bit of a secret way there. Not one that we've been through. Not one that we're planning on going through. But regardless, we have made it to. Figured there was probably a back way.
Right, we've done that. Alright, lovely. Alright, in we go. Alrighty. And, of course, the last piece of the Barbarian set, which is great. It's wonderful. It's really helpful. Alright. That makes 4, yeah? Alright, so that means we have another heart. Alright. Oh, we have finally made it out. Goodness. Alright. Alright, so we gotta get out of here. But the safest way is not probably up. Or probably out, it's up. Because the second we come out here, it seems that there were like 3 or so bokoblins. Trying to, get some something. There's something out. What's there? Something here. Alright, no. Definitely doing this then. Alright. Yeah, I'll take that. Anytime I see them, I'm probably gonna, you know, grab whatever I can. In regard to money. Oh boy. Guys. I'm telling you, it's something out here. So, can we shout out to this random tree? Like, it's just chilling. Got the gold garner. Not that we need it anymore because we're not going back to the desert. Like, what is this tree doing out here? Like, is it a Korok? I don't think it's a Korok puzzle. I mean, it might be. Aha, it is a Korok thing. How funny. Like, you found me. I don't think you were doing that good of a job of hiding, my friend. Just being honest with you. Just to be completely honest with you, I don't think you were doing that good of a job hiding. Alright, well, we can't go down there because that's like outside of the map, actually. But at least we know where to find everything. Alright. So cold here. Yeah, we're still freezing out here. Diamond. Thanks, I guess. Goodness. It's 5 diamonds, nice. Another diamond. It's 2 whole diamonds. Neat. Right, I mean, that's a lot of money by itself, so definitely want that. Yeah, 56 luminous stone, and if I do see any more, I do want it, because that, you know, 10 of those equals 1 diamond for us. Especially in the coming hours. That's what we want. Okay. But I do want to see if I can try to find any more ore veins, because I think that having those are going to yield, you know, more of those I can find, the more money I can get. And the more upgrades I can, you know, put into everything. Alright. But you know, I just want to... something I do want to point out. How is it that we find... what's it called? We find... a diamond circlet, which the lady in Gerudo Town is selling on literally the other side of the map. Does anybody find that interesting? And also the fact that, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be some mysteries that we're going to uncover.
in Tears of the Kingdom that I don't think we're actually going to have the opportunity to you know, well, we might not be doing it together, you know, I'll at least know a little bit something about the game by the time that we're doing it. What I'm thinking, I was having a thought during my break, right? And maybe I didn't. Maybe I mentioned this during the earlier break, but like, I thought, what if I waited until Master Mode came out and then we played it then? Because I personally, I wanted to wait a little bit. But only a little bit. Like, I wanted to wait, like, you know, enough time so that people can, like, experience the game on their own if they wanted to. But also, oh boy. Now what? Please. Got the meat. Oh, good. Oh, goody goody gumdrops are coming after me. I'm gonna try to run to... Oh gosh. No. Hey, how about you guys, oh my god. Getting piled on here. Alright. Never mind. Alright. It's 50 bundles of wood, which is what we need. But I'd like a little bit more than that, because, you know, I have to get my own supply here. So if I do see any more wood, I am probably going to go grab it. One question that is kind of random that I did want to ask myself. Did I give the guy... Oh, no, I didn't give him curry. Alright, well, we can do that. We can give him curry. I think giving him curry will be good. Because that'll give us, you know, at least a little bit more exposition to things that we haven't done yet. Alright. Out we go.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had popcorn earlier today. You know how this popcorn just kind of gets stuck in your teeth? Alright. Sorry. Got the kernel out. That was a big one too. Oh man. Okay. Sorry. Alright, out we go. Alright guys, so... Oh my gosh. My horse is too fast for its own good. I'm so sorry. Like, my horse is actually too fast for its own good. Maybe we'll also be seeing if I can get any other items, like, you know, any big hearty truffles that are around. There is a cook pot in Hyrule Castle, ironically, that's still running. There's actually several. So if we do need to do that for whatever reason, we can do it. But we're gonna, you know, follow the path here to get to, I actually do want to turn that off. You know I still get X and Y mixed up. Did you know that? Did I tell you guys that? But especially there, I don't know what it is. It's like, it's not in the right spot for my brain to, like, actually, like, come across it the right way. But anyway, we are... Let me just move through here. Rather loudly, actually. Wake up all the enemies. And then we're gonna go down this way and we're gonna hit up Rito Village, but before the stable. There's a couple of expedition things that I would like to, you know, get done here. Not as many in what's it called? In Zora, in the Zora land. We are still going to have to go there too. And we will be going there. In fact, I think that'll be like the last place that we go to. One of the last places we go to finish up Terrytown.
Daruk's protection is now ready to roll.
But these might actually be people I want to talk to. Oh, sorry. Maybe? Are you okay, or are you just following me because you're a Yiga member?
Hi.
Hey fella, do you like Shield Surfing? The truth is I started Shield Surfing to become popular with the ladies. Before I knew it, I was obsessed. I like to compete in the horse shield in the shield surfing competition at Hebra Summit. Oh. I wonder if that'll also be a thing. You know? Because that is definitely something we haven't actually met. We haven't done yet. Yeah, sometimes the Yiga ones trick you by just like kind of walking back and forth. I do wonder how much they're gonna play out and stuff too, because they're definitely gonna be in it. Like, there's no other way the Yiga could not be involved in it, especially because like, you know, their whole master is back, like their whole like deity is back. So I don't know. We shall see. That indeed we shall see. Alright, let's check our horse in. Also, probably stick around here, get some more wood.
Yeah.
Wood horse. Yes. Alright. Nope. No, wait, nope. Sorry, nope. Nope, that's it.
Oh.
Need couriers. Sure at it late. What's that? You got your hands in the Goron spice. Can you show it to me? That's Goron spice, alright. Hey, could I ask you to part with that Goron spice for, say, 50 rupees? Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you. With Goron spice and Hylian rice, I'll be able to make some curry rice to warm my soul. Here, your 50 rupees. Yeah, there we go. If you come across any more Goron spice, please bring it to me. Next time I'll trade you some Hylian rice for it. If you had any other ingredients to Goron spice and Hylian rice, you can make all kinds of different curry rice dishes. Try it if you have some spare ingredients next time. Alright, that's complete. It's pretty good because we actually have like a lot of things that are, you know, at least on their way to being completed. 56 bundles of wood and 160. You know, I guess that is the one advantage of doing this no teleporting or no fast travel, is that like you have to, there's like no like real excuse for you to not do this way, or at least get all the stuff you need, specifically because it's like, oh my god, of course. Oh boy. Alright, fine. I just came out here looking for one singular arrow. Why did I decide that that was a good idea? Like, literally, why did I decide that was a good idea? Okay. At least I get rupees. At least I get rupees. Don't need a duplex bow.
We didn't have a choice. There was no way we could sequence break it to just kind of move through it without having to do anything. Because of that, we now have them haunting me for the rest of my time in this world. Unless I'm not writing orders. That is. Like, do I have... Just to... Just to calm my mind. Did I miss... the arrow? Uh-huh. Is that it? Yeah, that was it. Good. Just for one measly arrow that I'm gonna go buy. I'll go buy more of. Alright, 63 wood. That should be more than enough for what I need. Okay. Huh. Oh god, wait, no. No, please. I also want to keep my eye out for some hardy salmon. Because they're around, and, you know, having salmon is good. Huh. There's a lot of bucks up here. Just like, I wonder how they just like kind of decide, oh yeah, let's just get out here, and then maybe not fall off. Alrighty, salmon. I think there's only 2 here. There is a mission that's part of... Oh wait, no, we did that. We did do that mission. Remember the early days, guys? We haven't been back here since, like, in months, actually. Which is quite ironic, actually. We have returned. Only for a little bit of time. Just complete some missions that we haven't. Also, to say a prayer to the goddess statue here. Alright. It's gonna be a heart container. So we can't get any more stamina vessels right now. That is 19. Alright, go and bring peace to Hyrule. Right. Bison. Hey, you and your name in Ensign, son. I'm glad Meadow has settled down, but I have bigger problems. My mom said that she wants me to take over the family store someday. Can you believe that? I don't want to just help. I want to open my own store and sell whatever I want. But I don't want to compete with Mom. I wish there was a place I could set up my own shop. Heard of Tarrytown? Tarrytown? Tell me more. Well, it's this town that's run by Hudson, and he has a place and he needs a general store. Oh, so they're needing a general store. That's perfect. But the Aquila reason? That's pretty far out there. Yeah. I just came from there, I should know. I guess I've got to leave the nest someday and have my own store. Okay, I made up my mind. I'm going. Now I'll gather some items. I'll gather some items on the way to Tarrytown and then sell them at my new shop. Thanks for the tip. And hey, don't be a stranger. Come visit me in my new home sometime. Here we go. Alright. Done it. We built the town. Alright.
20. How many bundles are there? 3? I'll just take them. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Alright, I think we're okay on these. I'll just grab one more. Just one more. Only one more. Okay. Hello. Here to sell. Okay, like again, don't sell those because those will be in larger quantities. Like, you know, they sell for a little bit, fetch a little bit higher of a price elsewhere. Okay. 110 rubies. 10 rupees. And one of those. Just the one. Alright, good. Alright, sell that too. Okay. And 4 5, right? Alright, good. Okay. I believe if I remember correctly, yes. There he is. He's back home. Hello. Ah, we meet again. I'm taking a moment's rest from my tireless search for the ancient songs to perform in my hometown. By the by, I have something I must ask of you. I've heard a song that I need you to hear. I wish to speak with you, so this will take some time. Is that alright? That's fine. Thank you ever so much. I wanted to talk to you about my teacher. My teacher was the Sheikah tribe. He was the court poet of the Hyrulean royal family. At the time, there was a beautiful princess in the royal family, quite close to my teacher in age, apparently. Wait a minute.
Do we end up knowing who this mentor is? I have to think. I don't think we do.
Though he must have known it was doomed to be unrequited, my teacher fell in love with her. But the princess herself only had eyes for her escort, her own knight attendant. My teacher was consumed with jealousy. He fumed that the knight was neither nobility nor royalty himself. Then the calamity struck. My teacher believed the hero would appear to beat back the calamity. He poured that belief into a song. And that song is what I need you to hear. Oh. My teacher fled the calamity and returned to his hometown of Kakariko Village. But on his way, he witnessed the princess's knight sacrifice himself to protect the princess. The elder of Kakariko Village, Impa, explained these circumstances to him, and his mind was made up. He would seek the songs of the hero who sealed the calamity away in an age past, so they could be passed on to the knight once he returned. Also that the princess might be saved. Those were my teacher's last words, passed on through me.
So, appointed knight, will you accept the song from my departed teacher? I don't have a choice, it looks like. Thank you so much. I knew you would. I was sure of it. My teacher would often speak of the princess's beauty. I would love to meet her and craft a song worthy of her. Thank you for spending this time with me. So that's a nice little side mission, also. Exposition, exposition, exposition. That's nice. Okay, so there's a thing I probably want to drop, and I think it is this bow, actually. Because I would like to pick up, instead, Revali's bow. Okay. Champion Descendant. Feel free to take whatever you find. Okay. Champion Descendant, I have only just realized that the sword you have in your possession, could it be the sword that seals the darkness? The Hylian champion who fought the Hylian champion who fought alongside Master Revali 100 years ago. Could that be you? Hmm. Alright. We'll collect this and take it with me. Alright. So my thing is, Cass knew like, it was us the entire time. Knew it was him the entire time and just didn't actually. Oh, are they gonna... They're going to meet their dad. Yeah, so by the way, these are Cass's kids. All 5 of them. All 5 of them are Cass's kids. Oh, there's the last one. Oh, there we go. And I'll just file in. Yep. It all makes sense. It all comes back. This is a nice one to come back to. Happy's back. We're all gonna sing together. They all say the same thing. This is dad music. We're all singing along. Huh? That's that sound. It was just that sound just now. Oh, hey, I've been practicing with my dad. I told him when I told him about Warbler's Nest. When I told him about the Warbler's Nest Shrine, he told me about the history of the ancient shrines. I wonder how many shrines there are in the world. Do you think you can find them all? How about this? If you find all of them, I'll give you something special. Huh. Then that means I probably have to come back here in my other file, because we're not going to get through all of them this time. Dad taught me how to caught a fish. You just have to dive bomb them while they're swimming. The hardest part is getting back out of the water. I don't know how to swim. Yep. Whee! Thank you. I call that piece birds of a feather. Thank you for listening. Oh yeah, she's the one who's just like kind of hanging out at the top. But there's 120 shrines, and we're not going to get to all of them. By no means necessary will we be able to get to all of them. My dad's home. We have a nice little... You know, we get to have a nice little... Wait. I am missing one thing. Alright. The good thing is... That checks off a couple of things off my list. It's also just like another thing that I like to do in playthroughs when I come back to this game. Is the cast missions. If I can do them, if I have time to do them. Or, if, you know, if it's a playthrough that I think is going to be good for doing them. I did want to just check off our list. All the things that we've already done. So we've done Cass's Final Song, the Leviathan Quest, and then we have to handle the Baked Apple Couple, which is like the last thing I was just like, oh boy, okay.
Hey there, good day. I'm gonna take a slightly some flint on you, don't you? No, not right now. Sorry. Oh man. Wait, did I okay, so is that the mission that I... Alright, bring Junie a baked apple. Okay, the flint though. Do I even have 50 flint to give him? I have to, right? Oh yeah, here. Yep. Thanks. So I need to make more baked apples. Alright, cool. Okay, I don't think I have any baked apples to give her. So I do have to make some really quick. This would be like a really quick operation. Okay. Ironically, we'll need this. But actually, I don't even need flint. So I got a flame blade. Neat. Okay. Get to cooking. Trying to save your marriage, bro. So silly to think. Okay, where is she? So can I get that adventure log, please? Can't actually, like, see or tell. I think she's still up at the top here, maybe. No. Where is she? Also, how are you doing? You got the Great Eagle Bow from the Elder, right? If you break or lose the Great Eagle Bow, I can make you a new one. But you will need to bring me a swallow bow, 5 bundles of wood, and a diamond. Yeah. Okay, also, speaking of that, on that note, so you probably want to swap that to, yeah. I don't want to shoot it, I don't want it in pristine condition, and then I want it to be hung in the house. Where is she? Like, I feel like she's probably... No, this is the warm garb. Which I'm wearing, by the way. I doubt she would be in anybody's, like, nesting place. Where did she go? Right, because Molly is the one who told us about the bird. She's not out here. Oh no, there she is. Hi! Good day! I know that smell. You got a baked apple. Can I have one? I'll give you a present. Sure. You serious? Cheers. Just hold out your hand. Thank you. I can only get my husband to cook me a baked apple every once in a while. You get a second stomach and a hollow life for for baked apples. Bring me as many as you possibly can. Wait, you want the rest? Hey. Yeah, that smell. Sure. Sure. What did she give me? 5 rupees. So she gives me 50 for the first, and then... Alright. So she will eventually... I think she probably will, like, cap out, but still. It's good to get. Baked apples. Alright, I think we are finally done with Rito Village, and we can move on back. Okay. Well, that was very nice. To see the village in a peaceful state after everything that's happened, but we have to keep it moving here. We still have a lot to get through. There we go, but the Flint Baked Apple couple, hopefully they'll resolve their own stuff. Alright, and we've actually done all the labyrinths, so we're actually further ahead than I think we are. However... we're gonna go ahead and make our way back. Let's take those out. Yes. Alright. Alright. And then the final 50 bundles of wood. Then hopefully the next time we go to Akala we don't actually have to do super much. It's mostly gonna be just like a matter of getting up to... getting back up to Akala. You also have... Hey. What? Why? Nope. He's stuck. Guess it was just too tight for the horse. Then there's also a thing up here. Oh, look, it's Dinral. That's neat. That's fun. Okay. Okay, I'm actually gonna leave this one here. Then I will call it down after we have defeated this guy. Oh, dang it. Okay. Two, three, four. Okay. Now, so there is another mission. Oh gosh. Alright, no, please. No! Oh no. I'm dead. I'm actually dead. Oh, that's really bad. Actually, I think this is also where we can get... Well, I think it's healed, which is really bad because actually I wanted more of it out. I don't really know if that'll actually let me continue on. But actually, so the thing about stone taluses is that if you have one of those hammers, if you have like the sledgehammer, the iron sledgehammer, it actually does like a multiplication of damage just specifically for stone taluses. So if you are, there is another mission as well from Kilton that if you want to get a whole bunch of things, or not like a whole bunch of things, but like, you know what I mean, to get some stuff from it, it's definitely the way you want to probably stock up on those. He's back there. What are we doing now? I need to... Okay, no, you're still not healed. Good. Exactly what I wanted. I did lose all of those. Okay. No! Really? Okay. Alright. Oh, hello? Can I hit you? Hit you in the... Goodness gracious. Alright, what else do we got? This. Good. Alright, cool. What'd I get? Amber Sapphire. You gotta kill my horse. Right, perfect. No! Come on, back up. And it's nighttime. Alright, come on. So here's the thing, right? We're gonna have to go through the area with the Guardians.
This is why I hate the South Path.
This is exactly why I hate the South Path. We're gonna get spotted. You know what, actually... I should have probably put the horse in care, but it's alright. Just speed past it. Okay. There's at least two, right? So maybe we should probably try to go. Stop. Only one of them spots me, that's probably better than anything. Okay. Oh, alright. Well. Alright. I knew it. Horse. Okay, there was no way that that wasn't gonna happen, so... It's fine. We're out of Tabantha. Or Tabantha, however you like to pronounce. Alright. So you know, there's really only one other thing that we really should do. And that is go claim that central tower. Now. Now where are we going to do that? Well, what I can tell you is, especially because we're not going to be back on the south side again, that we might as well do it on this direction down here, because if we don't do it now, and we go back to Wakala, we're going to have to go back up to, you know, we're pretty much not coming south ever again. Like, that was actually, like, our last trip west, I would even say. Because now we've cleared Hebra. And now our next goal is pretty much, like, right in front of us. Yeah, so if you ever want to get rid of them, you can just do that. Oh, come on now. Oh, okay. Why is it like this? It's just dogpiling. And it's... Stop. Literally stop. The irony. It's my shield. It is my shield. My duplex bow. Fine. Great. Fantastic. Hey. I think that is just so peachy keen. Just doing this. Now, we're not going to go over here and get it. We are going to go closer to this stable and get it. Because I think that that's actually going to be a little bit more useful for us. I'm glad I closed it this time, because that would have been like a mess. Again. Oh my gosh, why? Okay. Okay. I have to cut. We have to stop running into each other like this, honestly. Just like he's at every town, literally every night. Alright. Come on, or so. I think the one thing we do want to do, though, is probably, since we're by Satori, get up onto Satori and just make sure we're, you know, we have some more resources like hardy durians and stuff like that, because they're all here. Like, every single resource you would ever need is pretty much here. Including that diamond on the hill. However, it is nighttime and there's also a Stalnox. In fact, there's a lot of Stal enemies that kind of come out here. What am I looking at for stuff? I think I might be okay. I think. I say that now. But yeah, every single resource is on Satori Mountain, apparently. For the most part. But that doesn't mean you can get a picture of everything, it's just... everything else is a resource, specifically. Sandon Park. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna take my chances here. Try to get as much stuff as I would likely to. Now, if it was daytime, it probably would have been a different story, but it's not. It's nighttime and it's thundering, and quite honestly, I think we'll be fine. With the hardy Dorians we got earlier in the session, I think we'll be fine. But that would be the way up to Satori Mountain if you wanted to take it. You've done that before. You have done that before, so... okay. We're going for it. We really are. I think there's another guy up here who's just like, oh gosh, help me. Yep, and it's... of all things... you, yeah, please run away. Alright, so... probably want to use our nice arrow strategy. But not with the duplex bow. The regular bow. And then what's the strongest hitting weapon I have? No. Yeah, you see how much damage I'll do. Good thing is that the Wind Cleaver does... it does have projectiles, basically. Never seen anyone take down one of those things. Who are you? Well, whoever you are, this is yours. Thanks, I guess. There I go, needing someone to bail me out again. There's no way I'm going back to Lurelin Village. I gotta strike it rich so I can rub it in everyone's faces. Okay, well... you go do that. I have a castle to infiltrate at some point. It's really going for it. No, we're gonna keep going. Don't need anything. Can you give you directions? No, I don't need anything. Okay. Luckily I don't need any more, like, super summoned fruit. Oh, wait, Bostrick sells me arrows, actually. Can you... oh, my ram's full. I'm gonna buy. Take them all. Yes. Just ironic because I just like... yeah, whoops. Haha. That's fair. Kinda did a lot. Soft reset. Hope it doesn't crash. Please don't crash. Don't crash, please. Okay. Thank you. Well, ironically, that means that all of those things reset, but it's fine. Alright, I'm going to take a sap of water. Okay. So... Okay, so now... You're kind of on the edge of this central Hyrule area. Where we want to go right now is over... Oh my god, please. Where the Yiga gets me. So for that direction. Will not approach too closely with my horse because I do have you know, I do have to fight some guardians to get this. Then once we do it, we'll be pretty much done. Actually, you know what, let's use our newly acquired diamond circlet. Wow. Did you look at that? There's like a... Cool. Didn't I just help you? A frog. Okay. Again, please. There's a Bokoblin horn. I was wondering what happened, really. Okay, but I'm not leaving my horse yet. Not quite yet, but soon. Right, so that is to say, there is one more shrine. I feel like it's a good one to kind of close out on. Okay. So then what do we do now? Alright. Alright, Mina. You got away with the sword, I admit it. Alright, yeah, whatever. Definitely discussed this before. Speaking of which, still only have 7 Bokoblin guts. I have the 20, what's it called that I need for this room, but still missing other things. Alright, well, we're coming up on our last Sheikah Tower. However, we have another shrine. That we will probably also keep here to park our horse because it is one that is a safer area. Alright, in we go. Alright, this is the last one I expect to do. And this one is actually pretty involved, I think. At least I would say so.
as you can see. Right. Trial of power. Ha ha ha. So you do have to. Oh, well. Okay, so you're gonna just bring this up. And you just kind of let it use its potential energy. Also try not to get hit by anything. And so what we could do here is hold these and then yeah. Well, lovely. There's no way I was gonna be able to grab that. Well, actually, I'll just Yeetus. It did break, but we're gonna get another thing. Heh. That I can mess with. Cool. Yeah. I can use the double axe, but do we want to? I don't know. I didn't use the Scimitar of the Seven. Good. That's all I really wanted. Ooh! Wait a second. Guardian Sword now. Right. I think we continue on this way. We can get another bit here. Alright, nice. We'll take the Royal Bard Sword because that is like a really easy weapon to have in the beginning here. Yeah, before we make our way over. Oh goodness. Cool. Go ahead and also take this here. Yeah, where are melee weapons? Alright, we can't go anywhere else. I guess the only annoying thing is now Giant Boomerang is kind of our crushing weapon now. Oh! Pause it. Have to stasis, and now we can rock across. So if you're wondering, yes, this is testing everything that we've learned. And this is one that I definitely did want to save until the end. Okay, I guess. Oh! Really? You know what? You know what I can do? Stasis. Yeah, pretty much. Alright. Oh! Wow. Alright. Neat. It was way easier. It's like a lot easier than I thought it would be. Ancient core. Take that. Okay. So with this one, I do need to... I think this one has like this one, but we do need to also probably stasis it. Okay. So I think if I stand here, take this arrow, fire it there, that lights up on fire. Oh, we need to... Yeah, but we also need to stasis that. There we go. Boom! Now you're thinking with these things. There we go. So like, I do want to know if we can get this to move. Don't think we can. I think I would have to probably like carry one of those metal balls over from really far. But honestly, I kind of don't want to do that, but actually, hang on. Wait, what am I saying? What am I doing? I used like all my runes except for the one that this would actually help with. Hello? Like, I'm silly. Alright, what's here? There we go. Alright now. Huh. Right, ancient spring and ancient screw. I don't know if we're gonna have any more ancient shafts, but we kind of need those for what's it called too. Oh god, don't. No, no, no. No, no, no. Please, please do not let me. Oh yeah. Alright, cool. That means that there's 6 of them now. Like I said, there was one on Satori, but I just feel like it's not really worth their time. Is that? Yeah. Wow. Clean sweep. Alright, skip. Alright. Lovely. Alright. Alright. Am I ready? Quite frankly, no. But we're gonna pretend we are anyway. We are going to go get this last thing here. But of course, on the way, in our way, there's actually 4 guardians, but this is the only fully intact one, you know, the one that's fully intact. And I do not want to use that on it. Alright, friend. You will probably see me. Yes, you have seen me even behind this rock.
No, I'm not. I'm not here. JK, yes I am. Alright, I'm gonna parry 3 times. Oh, dang it. Alright, fine. Oh, goodness. That was the one thing I didn't want to happen. There we go. Alright. Didn't screw. As I said, this is not the only one that we'll have to face. At least one of them are... Pretty much all the rest of them are one hit. No, not that one. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Perfect. Sometimes it's just about timing them far enough, and then, like, actually some of the timing on Master Mode is really bad. I think there's a third one, yeah. Okay, fine. It's not good. I'm gonna have to eat the paella. What? Oh my god! Really? Leave me alone! I'm already freaking dead! Really? Oh. Is this really gonna be death-free? Like, really? I'm so... Why? Oh, come here, yeah. Please stop. Literally, I'm not here to deal with you right now. I'm trying to deal with this thing. That's already enough. And, of course, because Link is not holding out his shield. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I don't have anything left to heal me other than just like random food that doesn't actually do anything. Hello? So I don't want to deal with this thing going up. No. Okay, listen. No, this... I can't do this anymore. I can't. I literally can't. Goodbye. I don't care if I wasted one of my arrows. I'm not doing it. Just freaking. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Just stop. Just stop.
This is it. I got the tower. And we're done. We're done with it. How is it already? How is it? No, stop. Literally. Oh. I wanna. Oh my gosh. I'm already, like, really done with this. Actually, because that means that they're gonna just respawn. And then we're not gonna have any time to do anything because they're just right there. We had a ram. Oh my god. I have to keep going. 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 I have to keep going some kind of way. I'm losing it. That moon was just it right there. Like, legitimately, that's when I just was like, there's no possible way. Alright, map. Extraction. Okay. It's all here. Complete map of Hyrule extracted. Please stop this. Where am I going? This way. Yes. Just... Please, I'm so tired of that thing and this thing and just...
Daruk's protection is now ready to roll.
Well, frick, I hope so. Goodness gracious. Guess you guys are about to respawn in like literally 2 seconds because the world just wants to do that to me. It's not like I can go back. Well, I could go back. Like, there's a path down there, but I really... Oh my god. I'm stressed. You know, I might as well just... Alright, as soon as that guardian just finds its way back over here, it's like... What was the point? I don't have any more hardy food, and now I can't make them extra, like, good or anything like that, because the next Blood Moon is probably going to be while I'm in Hyrule Castle. Because that's just how my life works. Oh my god, I'm so... the 2.5 months of I regret I couldn't play. 2.5 months of just not being able to play for 2 months. Then the RAM filled up, so it's like it literally just undid that little bit of work that I just did. That's what that just did. Like, it's not even like I had any other issues with the, like, I hadn't had, like, any, well, not issues, but, like, it's not like I had anything else to do with the game other than just that. That's a Yuka foot soldier. Don't fall for it. You do not fall for that.
Well... Alright. Back to Akala we go, at least. Nice friendly town. I'm not picking all of them up. Okay, maybe I am. Alright. These guys are nothing. One hit. Appreciate the help back there. Thank you. I would say so. Sorry. Do I have to help everyone? No. Am I helping everyone anyway? Yes. Do I have any reason why I'm doing this? Absolutely not. Alright, but I will take this, so... whatever it is. Okay. No! No, I don't want to fight you right now. I literally don't. I'm already dead. I'm already dead, and I'm just... at this point, I'm really just kind of trying to... I'm not even here for this. Let's go. Like, legit, I really... I have to stay on my horse. I have to stay on my horse. No matter what, I have to stay on my horse. I have to stay on my horse no matter if I see somebody in trouble, I'd have to just keep going. I can't stall anymore. I literally cannot stall anymore. In fact, I think that was actually my turn back there. I'll probably cut through the forest and see if I can do anything about that. I have 3 hearts left. Mipha is still recharging and probably won't be ready until some other time. Oh my god, that would have killed... what if that would have killed me? That probably would have killed me, wouldn't it? Just need to get back to Akala. And get back to Terrytown. Please, please. Please leave me alone. That's death. That would be death. You know what? I think it's fitting. It's the last of the session. Should eat the seafood paella. It was delicious. Thank you, lady who made it for me like months ago. Okay. So we do need to be kind of careful here because there are rolling hills of guardians. They all come after me. In fact, yeah, this is one way. We're right. Like, I think this is the furthest in I can go without running into guardians. I feel. Okay. Actually, we are going to go this way, because going that way is just going to be more trouble than it's worth. Alright, you know what? I do need to cook a meal. I actually do need to, like, cook a meal, like, legitimately. So I will probably go ahead and just trot over to this cooking pot and just give myself the solace of just a home-cooked meal. Just for a little bit. Perfect. Literally perfect. Okay. I think that's actually perfect. The good thing about hearty meals is that once you're past a certain point, you don't actually need to worry about what things you put in it. As long as it has the correct amounts. Alright. I'm gonna eat one of those right now, actually. Eat. Thank you, Link. Okay, actually, also gonna eat one of my, my endurance meals. Also, I'm gonna make one more of those since I have the ability to. Alright, cook. We'll get some from the Great Fairies Fountain as well. Okay. Okay. Alright, coming up here, we do want to head over to the right. And we'll cover up the mountain that way. No, we'll carve it up, but you know what I mean. Come up the mountain that way. How's this lady already knocked out? I literally have not even been... It's like, I can never reach this lady. Honestly. No. Oh, boy. No. Who's bothering with me? Like, legitimately. You do that to everyone that comes past. But also, it's like, when they get on horses, they have, like, super sight. I don't really get what it is. Like the goblins on horses, but they're just like, oh man. You can see real far after this. Hey guys, remember right here? Remember I was saying that, like, we were gonna come down the mountain? We did it. Good times. That was literally last session. Nope, not that guy. You are a Yuga foot soldier, and I can tell that. Fine. Sure is badly damaged here. Like, honey, please do not run towards it. Goodness gracious. Tough wheat bread. Wow. I don't think that's going to be very appetizing. Sorry your love before it's freshly plucked blossom. You and your partner will be a happily charmed life. I see. You have fun with that. I don't think you guys are anywhere near it, but it's fine.
Not kidding. I think this might be a 3 a.m.er. I don't know. Gonna try not to make it that, but I gotta do Terrytown. I gotta do Terrytown at the very least. Can't see myself doing anything else other than Terrytown. Okay. Okay. Alright, come on, Buzz. Let's get back up to Akala. At least we don't have to bring any more wood. Sorry, Beetle. Yeah. Not even worried about that. Are you holding up? Not great, honestly. Not great at all. Could have get something good out of that, but quite honestly, right now it's not really the prerogative. It's not the goal. The goal is to get to Akala. Under the tree. Okay. Guys, I don't really... I'm sorry if I'm just, like, not actually saying anything, because I'm just, like... At this point, it's just... Get to Akala. Give Hudson what he wants. No. And then... Ask him who else he needs for his town. Give him what else he wants. You know. And then... Probably one or two more things, and then we're done with Terrytown. But it sure is. It's dragging. It do be dragging, though. Especially when it's like, you know, kind of midnight, and most of what I wanted to do is almost done. We still have to get our house together, too, which is kind of a crazy thing, right? We should be able to get a couple ancient arrows. I still, again, hate that I lost those guardian parts, especially because, like, you know, I have to kind of get them. For me to even get them in the first place, it's like we saw them fall. We saw, like, where they fell and where, and, like, they fell, but, like, our entire time, we didn't run into, like, any set of those parts ever. So it just kind of felt like maybe it wasn't worth doing the other half. I'm trying to do the other half of the labyrinth just to see if there was a possibility they would be there. Just didn't feel like it. Okay. Couple of our ancient arrows, and I'm gonna finish up the Terrytown mission. We also have to finish up our house mission. You have to finish your house mission. You have to finish your house mission. Alright, Alright. I sure wish I didn't have to miss, like, several weeks of playing this. Especially now. You know, the good thing is I won't have this problem when it comes to Tears of the Kingdom. I won't. And that's really good. It's really good. No one's awake right now. Literally no one's awake or streaming right now because everyone has work tomorrow. Luckily I work from home tomorrow, so if I have to suffer... Wait, hang on. I'm going the wrong way. If I have to suffer tomorrow, then at least I'm doing it here. Not like commuting and then getting it at my job. So I can suffer a little bit. But only a little. Okay. Oh god. I don't know how that even ended up happening. Alright. By the way, there is a Korok under this bridge, but I kind of decided that I don't think I can actually go get anything else out of there. Like, I don't really feel like going back through the Great Hyrule Forest without, you know, doing that. Like, could I do it? Yes, but do I want to? No. Quite honestly, no. I really don't. I really don't. Okay. I'm so late that my team literally, like nobody I follow is live right now. Oh my. Like I said, this is something. I'm doing something. Like I sure am doing something. Scanning or bust, like I said. Not doing this unless it's 4:15. It's just like, I'm wondering if it was like 7 or so. So that way when I get back up to that, that there thing. Ooh! That was a new one. And get back up to that stable. I'll be able to take a picture of Kilton and give it back to the person who's looking for them. Even though I kind of feel like that's a little bit, I don't know, weird. But it never rains in Tarrytown. It always, if it is raining, it clears up right away. Alright. Hey. Managed to find a reader and bring him back here. Thank you. He wasted no time getting a general store up and running it. Apparently his family runs it too. Runs one too. And with a name like Bison, he'll fit right in. He's selling things that he's picked up while flying. Okay, he's selling things that he's picked up while flying around. You should really go check out the store. Well, next is, so before we can call more people here, we need even more homes for them. Can you bring me 50 bundles of wood? If you bring me that, I can combine it with what I've already got and start on new houses. Get started on new houses. Alright. Looks like there's only really two houses here. I need it. Hey, Faison. Hey, what can I get you? Just saying hey. Hey, it's been a while. Oh, a little bit. Remember me, Faison? After I left Rita Village, some bandits tried to mug me. Luckily for me, they didn't have wings. Terrytown is really great. Nice weather, no moms to annoy me. It's really great being able to run my own shop and sell the things I want to sell. Anyway, I'm open for business, so shop to your heart's content. And I will. Because you know what we need. Arrows. 3. Okay. Actually, I will probably get just one more. So that way I have 10 arrows to convert to ancient arrows. Okay, never mind. Yep, I don't want to take from everyone here. Yeah, so if you don't get into the Gerudo Secret Club, I think that's what I was going to try to say earlier, is that, like, if you didn't get into the Gerudo Secret Club, you can just kind of come here and also, you know, grab them here, too. Considering you're doing this specific, what's it called? And the thing is, I gotta keep in mind is that, this will come back to me. Not good. I don't break against something, yeah. Alright, goodbye, giant boomerang. Served me well. I know there is one place that I can get you again, but it's far. Alright. Hey, Ronson, how are you doing? Oh, maybe you already heard, but Hudson and I are gay. What? What? Are you surprised? Hudson isn't all that great at things besides his chosen perfection, but guess that isn't a huge deal, is it? You should talk to him if you want to know more. Okay. That happened quick. Hudson? Whoa. Did you bring the 50 bundles of wood? I did bring them. Also... I actually wanted to talk about something a little personal. What's wrong? Oh, no, not that kind of personal. Actually, I got engaged. Congratulations. Thank you. To who? To Ronson. Oh. Oh, what a surprise. You say that, but for some reason I think you meant the opposite. Anyway, we want to have a little ceremony to celebrate, but we need someone priest-like to officiate. Could you look for someone priest-like for us? Priest-like, huh? If we're looking for people devout enough to have a priest-like person, I suggest the Zora. Good luck. You'll need it. This seems like a real long shot. Oh, and one last wrinkle. Yeah, in accordance with the official Bolson construction policy, that someone's name must end in son. If you run into anyone that fits with what I said, then send them here to me. You don't need to read the Terrytown for me. Okay. I'm gonna sit a little longer. In fact, I think I'm gonna probably... Bolson, I'm so sorry. And then... Okay, night. We're gonna sit here until night. Then we're gonna go grab that picture of Kilton. Almost rhymes with sun. Almost. Not quite though. There's Terrytown. The sign. I don't think that's actually what it translates to, but... Aha. Fang and Bone only open at night, so... As you can see... I think we did need a picture of Kilton. So this is the Fang and Bone. Look back! Ah, it's just you. You startled me. My monster shop is now officially open for business. Seeing as how is your first time customer here at Fang and Bone. Our first order of business will be converting your monster parts to Mon. What is Mon? Mon is a currency I invented to destabilize the market and fight the establishment. Just kidding. There's no establishment in Hyrule. I just love monsters so much that I turn them into money. Here's the deal. If you bring me monster parts, I'll exchange them for Mon. I'm the only business in Hyrule that accepts Mon as payment. Pretty exclusive, huh? Anyway, you can spend your Mon on various types of monster gear that I've created based on my research. Another thing. I'm always developing new monster gear, so remember to check back in between your adventures. So let's exchange the monster parts for Mon. Okay, so let's exchange for Mon. Oh, thank you very much. So now, what will you exchange for Mon? Okay, what do I have a lot of? Moblin Fang? How many are you willing to give me? So, if you do have, like, a lot of surplus monster parts, then yeah, you can do that, and then you'll get more. So you can kind of sell them for you know, the Mon pieces. Oh, there you go. There's not super much. Some of them don't actually have that much, but, you know, it's at least another way to actually sell it. Alright. Wait, there's actually... Right. Thank you for converting your monster present to Mon. Now then, how can the Bang Bone meet your monster's needs today? Da da da! I've done it! I developed an unprecedented piece of monster gear. Can't believe I was able to pull this off. I'm actually a bit terrified myself right now. Ahem. I present to you the ultimate in monster camouflage. I call it the Dark Series. Read this and you'll become a monster yourself. Hope you like being hunted for your organs. Or you could just, you know, think of it as a costume. Oh yes, and when night falls you might just be able to move a little bit faster. Not sure how it turned out that way, but I'm not complaining. Current balance of 421. What monster gear would you like to buy? Alright, but as you can see, that like not all of it is available, and you need a lot of monster parts to get the dark set. But this is actually like not something you need to get DLC for, which is great. Apparently he has some sort of monstrous horse in mind. Some sort of monstrous horse in mind as he worked on it. It looks strange, but it's certainly useful. Well, considering that there are skeleton horses, that also might be a funny thing. There's also a wooden mop. You can also buy a wooden mop. And a spring-loaded hammer. This is actually an exclusive weapon here. You can also buy the monster extract from here. But yeah, the Lino mask is really what you wanted to do. But yeah, so you got the dark hood, the dark tunic, and the dark trouser, which are just basically, you know, you become Dark Link. So it's like a reference, but it's like it's not DLC. It's not anything like that, so you can just kind of come here and use it anytime. Come here and buy it anytime, or from any. And like that's not the only place that Kilton shows up. There is also pretty much any other town. He'll either be on a ledge or somewhere nearby. This is just the first time we're catching him. Can I call my horse to me from here? I don't think my horse can hear my call from here. Oh, dang. Huh? Oh, God. Oh my God, you scared the crap out of me. That was the sound I've never heard in my life. Oh, I'm sorry. My horse. Alright. Goodness gracious, that scared me so badly.
Alright.
Alright, so we're coming back up here to get some more ancient arrows. Just to kind of, you know, even the deal here. Then once we're done with that, we do need to get back down to the south of Akala. And just so that we don't have to come back up this far, we will just go ahead and buy more of these things. Okay. It's clear, but now it's all of a sudden raining. It's just like, what was that sound? It sounded like a dragon, but it wasn't a dragon. It's all of a sudden raining. Okay, fine. Good evening. Hmm? You've got information about Kilton? Allow me to take a look. Hehehe. I see. How strange. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. This will surely help me hunt him down. Really, I must thank you somehow. Oh, well, you know what? Well, I must return to my mission. Farewell. I guess. Okay, so maybe not. Alright, well... we're gonna have to deal with this guardian out here, but it's fine. We've outrun him before, we can outrun him again. Anything to avoid interacting with Yiga members. He's behind this rock. Well, I think. Oh no. That's bad. Actually, that's probably not gonna help me either. Why? There's literally so much happening right now. Why? Literally. I hate it here. I really hate it here. My horse is just chilling. It's just like, no matter what I do in this spot, it becomes just like a dog pile. I don't get it. Truly, I do not get it. not coming back up here after this. Goodness. Materials required. Hello. Is it pavilion missing? Welcome. Exchange for... yeah. So what's available? Yes. Alright, I only have 20 of those things and we can't get more. You know what? Just because I can. Might as well stick around here and salvage. All things considered. There are more fire keys coming towards me, probably. I can't be bothered anymore. Please. Salvage. Oh, there's a rock here. Oh, look at that. There's a Korok. I knew it was there because I just kind of found it a little bit later. Alright. Search. Oh, there's another one. I don't find that many ancient shafts, but... okay, so I can search here. Give me that. Oh, ancient shafts, alright, good. Can make more arrows. Oh. Guess another good place to do it is actually the Hateno Fort area, but still. Alright, yeah. Alright. Okay. Back down we go. Not gonna probably bother putting Buzz away because it feels like after all that time it's not really gonna matter in the long run. We got a long way to go, guys. We really do. Look for ancient arrows. Alright, you know what? I'm checking that off. So, there's only two things that we have left to do. Our house. In the middle of our house. Rest of Terrytown, that's pretty much it. But to do the rest of Terrytown, I have to go and complete. Oh. To go complete one last thing.
I'm so tired of this. I wish I could fast travel. But I decided that was not the way to go about this. And I suffer because of it. That's totally fine. I did this to myself. Totally did this to myself. As is what is the point. We are trying to get back over to Nehru. I could just fast travel, it'd be so easy, but no, no, no. We have a way to get out there. We don't want to go to Terrytown just yet. But we will once we're set up from this. I do have to climb the waterfall, so I should change my clothes. At least I got a nice outfit that'll allow me to careful of everything. You know what? Let's hydrate. Let us hydrate. I think we're getting close to... We're actually a lot closer to where we need to be. Ukuku. Ukuku. Ukuku plains. Ukuku. Right, I mean, we could go up the... Oh god, absolutely not. No. No, why? No, can we not do this? How about we not do this? I'd really appreciate if we didn't do this, actually, because, if we did do that, then, you know, both you and I would have a bad time, so I'm gonna just hide behind this rock. I'm gonna hide my horse behind that rock. And or perhaps let the sable get them. And we'll climb back up here. I'll change my clothes and then immediately got up here. Alright. So I believe we should be fairly close to Zora's domain. Yes. We are... If I drop down this way... Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, we revisited all the places except for Goron City, unfortunately. Oh. Wait, there's a thing. Also, do I have a weapon? Oh, no, I do have a weapon slot open. Perfect. What is up here? What is here? Okay, actually I didn't want that. Well, this is awkward. You know what, I'm dropping the torch. I know I should probably not drop the torch because the torch is actually really useful. But, as things are right now, I actually do need to... I mean, I could climb this, but it seems like... Yeah. Need to land in it. So Sorry, I actually do need to get the light scale trident. I should also tell him. Good news. King Dorfian. Thank you. I'm truly and eternally grateful to you for saving Zora's domain. Everyone is rejoicing. There is no happier place in the world. But Link, there's something I wish to ask you. You journeyed with Ruta, the divine beast of water. Now you are back, but Mipha is still yet to return. Is it as I feared? Were we too late? I met her spirit. Her spirit? So that means Mipha really is. Did she say anything to you? I see. My dear Mipha, I simply cannot believe it. There is nothing I could do to save her. Still, Mipha fulfilled her heroic duty as a champion, and she will never be alone. It is my duty as her father to watch over her, even now. Link, she really loved you, you know. There's no mistaking it, that even now that she is overjoyed to be able to help you. Promise me that you will always remember her. Promise me that. I'll never forget her. I appreciate you saying that. You're a good man. If you ever run into trouble, know that you are always welcome here. No matter the time, we shall all greet you with open fins. Link, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Alright, open. Thank you. Alright, now I have that. And, okay, so we need to find someone who is... Well. It's always nice to have a visitor here. Thank you for joining out to our fair at Zora's Domain. Wait a moment. You're Link. Perpetrator who forced Lady Mipha to join his crusade 100 years ago, only to be destroyed by Calamity Ganon. As though I could ever forget that face. You should know that the elderly here who loved Lady Mipha still remember, and they still resent you. I, however, resent the deed and not the person. They also believe in allowing the mistakes of the past to wash away. Link. I've retired from my role as priest. I am now living my life free from the material concerns of this world. However, since I've retired, each day is more boring than the last. Spending day after day in idleness, only to pass from this world soon. Link, as I'm sure you are aware... Link, as I'm sure you are well aware, the afterlife lays claim to all. We never know where it will beckon. During your travels, you meet any engaged couples. If during your travels you meet any engaged couples, I would like you to introduce me to them. Joining two souls is a true honor, one I shall stake my life on. Just one more wedding and I shall be fulfilled. Well, get a load of this. I've been waiting to hear those words. Now please tell me the specifics. Tarrytown, just north of here. As for location, Tarrytown and Akala. Akala isn't too far from here. It would please me to hurry there right away. By yourself? No need to worry about me. I've always had confidence in my hands and feet. It's been a long while since I've had hard work. I'm eager to put my skills to good use. You should come as well. I will start my preparations in Tarrytown in the meantime. There we go. Off he goes. Alright. Yeah, these are deep pools. This is actually where everybody sleeps, by the way. Just kind of a little funny thing. I think it seems that I was wrong about you. Seeing Divine Beast Farutas from there. Even though he lost Lady Mipha, it seems she can still help you fight against Calamity Ganon. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not introduce myself sooner. I'm Chihato. I'm a historian who studies Zora history and preserves it for future generations. Even so, the stone monument that King Dorfian supposedly wrote is torn to pieces now. Most likely, the 10 stone monuments outside of the domain are in the same awful condition. Thinking about collecting contents of all the stone monuments and compiling them into a book. But with these old legs and fins, traveling out to all 10 stone monuments would take a great deal of time. This is why, Link, I'd like to ask you a favor. I'd like you to find all 10 stone monuments around
and the Stardust Dominion tell me what they say. Well, I'll accept the quest, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Big up. Big up, well, long up, I'll tell you that, because, like, goodness gracious. It's been live for a while. Okay. Alrighty. Welcome in. Appreciate it. I'm, you know, it's kind of been a little bit. Oh, I mean, not really looking at the floor, really. I mean, it depends. Depends on what you mean, though. Because, like, the reality is, I stream on my floor, so that's a fun little bit there. Alrighty. Alright, who... Is it you? You're the one who wants the things. Hey, you sit on the floor, respect. Your respect must be like the gods forged from steel. I don't know. It kind of, I guess. It's kind of like a little, funky thing that kind of happens where yeah, I don't really have, like, the resources to put together a desk or space, actually, so yeah, it's literally a desk. And my water bottle just constantly falls over. I'll probably just put it here. No, that's not even gonna work. I don't know. Water bottle that sits there and then just kind of, yeah. I mean, I have a chair, but that's about all I really do. That's a posture check, I guess. If I'm playing them around up Blends or Have you by chance already stumbled across the luminous stones? Yes, I have. Here you go. Oh, for this in Thailand, do you need anything from me? Here are the stones. Yeah, there you go. I didn't mean anything to shed light on anything negative. We're just happening to it. Nope, no worries. No offense taken. And a 2, and a 3. Okay, no, we're not gonna do this. Good. Alright. Thank you. I will take that. Oh, yeah, we get 2 for the first time. Okay. Sit on the floor, too. I feel so... Oh, that dash is still up, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, we're here. I'm almost done, I swear. I'm just, Terrytown. Terrytown, when you can't teleport, dude, it's like... It's just like... You're pulling all night until you beat the game. Probably. But I don't anticipate I'll be here all night, but pretty close. Pretty close to it. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm gonna probably also just take this week off from streaming, unfortunately, because I want to do it, but I also want to watch the direct. Or not the direct, but, you know, the, I also want to watch the stream, and I don't really want to bother with, you know, trying to compete with that, number one. I mean, not that I really need to worry about competing with it. It's just kind of like a thing where I would rather watch it, and then, yeah, the Treehouse is on. Yeah, Treehouse is like the day before. I just want to watch it. I think I just want to, like, actually, like, take the time off and watch it, especially because, you know, we're here, and I don't really want to, like, sit here and react to it. It's going to be like a 4-hour stream or something like that. Like, it starts at like 9:45 and then goes until the game comes out. And like I said earlier, though, also, the game Tears of the Kingdom, I'm not going to have the physical copy that I want to have by the time that I get there. So I'll see what ends up happening that lets me do things. I also decided that I'm probably going to wait until Master Mode comes out for Tears of the Kingdom, and then we'll try to do it. We'll try it out. and then we'll basically do no teleporting again. So that's really gonna kick me in the butt. But at least I won't be constrained by a time limit. Like that's kind of like my key thing. Still need a quick Zelda fix into the Cadence of Hyrule. So, oh, yeah, I actually beat Cadence of Hyrule a while ago. But I think I might do that for a stream. Because it's actually randomized, which is actually kind of fun. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It is a really fun game. I might do that again. I do think I'm gonna at least try to keep my promise of streaming either the DLC or the Korok Hunt. Maybe just kind of randomly go live this week and just see. So what games this last usually play? I can tell you're a Zelda fan. But beyond that, well, Splatoon, actually, I think you can actually see it there. Is also one thing. I was playing the Splatfest this weekend as well. I was also... let's see. I also, like, sometimes play Minecraft on this channel, too. I also do... you know, anything I can get on Switch or anything else, then I'll usually play it. Well, not usually, but like, you know, sometimes I'll usually kind of see if I can fit it into the schedule. But yeah, I'm just, you know, kind of... No, come on. Alright, come on. Alright, well, that was the easiest of all of them, because that means I didn't need to leave. And I'm probably gonna... Means I didn't really like need to go super far to get that, but I probably will. Probably will do the same thing, just head over the mountain here. This one's gonna be... I don't want to like go all the way back around to Hateno like that though. I might have to just cut across. I think I'm gonna probably cut across. See what happens there. Oh. Okay, I thought sorry, I thought it was a... I could have sworn it was a... No. I thought that was a lightning arrow and I panicked. Every single time I see that, I'm just like, I hear it and it's just like, oh god. My horse is gonna get shocked. I don't want that to happen. But yeah, Cadence of Hyrule is really fun. Crypt of the Necrodancer originally, I can't do it. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like, it's like just above my, honestly, it is a skill issue. It's 100% a skill issue. Struggles of when you're trying to ride horseback across the field when somebody shoots a bomb at you. Well, the funny thing is, there's actually not a lot of bomb, that's actually not even bomb arrows. That's like not even the worst that it could potentially be. I also have a sense that I'm being too loud. It's also like 1 AM for me, so I do need to kind of mind my volume a little bit. The original Necrodancer, yeah. Like, the actual, like... Okay. Alright. Alright, Buzz, fine. Yeah, I couldn't, like, I started to get past it, but then it was like... After that point, it was really kind of just starting to... Getting towards... you know, not being able to, like, I got it once, like, I got through it once and it's just never been, able to do. Crypt of the Necrodancer is actually like a rhythm combat game. It's actually like a really unique concept on like how they've done it, but it's also a dungeon crawler, but you actually have to kind of like stay on beat as well. They've also made one that's like a Zelda crossover, and that's Cadence of Hyrule. And yeah, it's neat. It's just that like the original's kind of just like ridiculously, infamously hard actually. So look. And for now, we've decided to have Capson preside over the ceremony. We're in the middle of preparing actually. Both Hudson and I are pretty busy. We gotta invite Hudson's boss too. Do I have to go invite him? Hey, Count Azora, thank you, really. He and I talked earlier. He said that he literally was a priest before he retired. You can't get more priest-like than that. and his name is Capson, so I have no objections there. It really is amazing that you were able to find some priest-like who also had an acceptable name. Well, next is, of course we'll have to invite guests to the ceremony. Yes? Well, I'm talking about my boss Bolson and my subordinate Carlson. At this point, it's like, it is one of the most popular Zelda games I do, or indie games. Most popular indie games, yeah. Maybe, yeah. Well, I feel like Stardew Valley kind of also has like that going for it. Yeah, this guy's head is like crazy. He has crazy hair. He has like the ultimate like coconut head, bowl cut. It's crazy. Well, I'm talking about my boss Bolson and my subordinate Carlson. I see. However, I've got to prepare for the full ceremony, so my hands are full. Can you invite them for me? Well, you know where they are. Boss and Carlson are in Hatena Village, right? So that means he can only grow his hair, pretty much. So I'm counting on you. Okay. Back to Hatena we go. Alright, we're almost done. We are indeed almost done. Alright. 1 a.m. Oh man, how long have I been live? Like total time? Like 7 hours. At least I took a little bit to like go eat. Ah, jeez. Okay. Oh. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay. I might have to go all the way around. I hate going all the way around, but especially because, what's it called? I feel like even if I do go to Necluda, like the next one I can probably hit up, it's probably gonna be, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna cut across anyway. I think it's just better on me to do it this way. Actually, no, it's not. I need a horse. Like, I need to bring a horse. Because if I don't bring a horse, that could be, like, really bad for me. Alright, let me think here. If I go through Tall Tall Peak, I could probably... I don't want to cut across the mountain linear. Okay, you know what? We're gonna just do this the traditional
is now ready to roll.
way. Okay. Oh, yeah, the no spoilers thing for Tears of the Kingdom. I don't see it. It doesn't seem like anyone's really gonna do anything here. Okay. Listen, yes, I know there's a hole right there. Just go around it. I think overall it's just really gonna be better to do it this way. I'm not saving her again. I'm not saving her again. I'm literally not saving her again. I'm so tired of seeing her face. I have like so much of this stupid elixir stuff. Stupid extract stuff that I'm not gonna use. Can't do it. I have 11. She'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. She'll be fine. I don't think we really need to bother with her because she's really... What's it called? Like, it's not even like... even that big of a deal. There's like 7 other places in the world and I've saved her in all of them. See, the thing is, like, I have to, like, kind of keep this open. I got this from the Nintendo store in Japan. It's not the best water bottle, I just got it because it looks like a Splatoon tank. Okay. Oh, jeez. Alright. Yeah, we're almost there. Oh, then that's right. I do also have to do memories. I'm going for the complete ending, the true ending. Why did I decide I wanted to do that? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I think I am going to cut through linear wetlands. Actually, no, I don't think I am. It's going to be annoying. I don't want to do that. But I have to come back up here one more time to attend the wedding. You know what? I will do one thing. And that is going to be one crazy thing. And that's fight some guardians near Central Hyrule. Because we do have one last thing that we have to remember outside of the castle. Because if we look at our album, looking at our album, that is, we have 3 more. Also, wow, that... maybe you can kind of see it. I think it's just because of my streaming thing, I kind of just keep it low because I don't really need to worry about it myself. Other than just kind of check them in live. But I'm just noticing, like, how the follower goal just doesn't really look very, you know, it doesn't look that good. Okay, so I'm gonna cross this bridge and then go to the southern stable. And I believe I will go ahead and try to get these last 2 or so. Or this one. This last memory. I didn't complete that sentence because it's so... I wouldn't complete this sentence normally, let's be real. Right, back up here is where we gotta go. Looks like it's a crescent moon, but we are going to... No, don't get off the horse thing, please. Alright, it's coming up. This is actually the good stable. Isn't it lovely that I can't teleport, so I have to go walk all the way there and walk all the way back? So much fun. You see, the reality is, I actually have been playing this since at least, I want to say, like, when did we finish Ocarina of Time? Like, I want to say at least... I never get to see that lady. Oh. Mika. Wow, thanks, I might have been thinking... Okay, no, sorry. Wow, thanks, I might have been that things too without you. What do I have to give you in return? How's this? I already have one of those, but thank you. Saved again. Am I so wrong for just wanting to sit by the river? It's getting so I can't even take a walk anymore. It's life these days, I guess. Whatever. I'm going back to the stable. Sorry. Actually, come here. Buzz. I'm gonna board you, bud. Because I don't think we're gonna... I don't want you going to Hyrule Castle with me. Potentially getting blasted by the Guardians. Not risking that. Not at all. Okay. Actually, I don't need to bring him here to board him, but... I'm gonna board Buzz? Yep, of course. Alright. Right, nope, nothing else. Alright, so... Big thing is... we want to use this. We also want to use the pants and the thing to this, because that's gonna probably protect me the most. Love how nobody's questioning that I did this, but it's fine. Is there a person up here or a monster? I feel like it's probably a monster. Regardless, I think I'm going to get yeeted right here. Because that's a road. Neat. Oh, no, it's a person. Huh? It really is a rare thing to see another person all the way up here. Who are you? What are you doing? Who am I? As you can see, I'm an adventurer traveling As you can see, I'm a traveling adventurer much like yourself. Sure, kind are found all over. People rarely come to these places like this, so there are a lot of monsters. It's really pretty dangerous. But it's all worthwhile when you stumble upon some treasure just lying around. That's why I try to climb up to the great vantage points like this. There's 12 places for spotting anything suspicious. See that rock over there? You should stand on it and look around. I bet you'll spot something suspicious. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with your rice and everything, but at least I know you have a cooking pot up here. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Because right over there is the Branch Ruins, but we're not going to go to the Branch Ruins. We're going to go... I think our focus point is actually over there. But there's still a lot of Guardians everywhere. Doesn't look like it, but they'll load in, trust me. Okay, so Hercules, cool. Okay. Expected you here, at least. At least I expected you. Ram. Moon. My poor Ram. I don't know why it is. It just kind of comes here and it's just like, what? What do I do? What do I do, Blood Moon? The game just... Please don't crash on me. Please don't crash on me. Please don't. Literally. Is he gone? Heh. That's funny. Scoop. Oh. No. Okay, I thought that was one of the things. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think that Guardian's gonna probably come for my ass. Real soon. Oh. Alright. Oh, fun little things. I think as long as I don't keep it in view, it won't come after me, right? JK, there's another one. Guardians. Guardians. Guardians, 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 guardians. I hate them so much. And I can't do anything about them because I am... Okay. Okay. Hello, friend. Here, 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 here. I'm like literally not trying to... I'm really not trying to like mess around with these guys. Like literally, I'm just kind of done with it. Kind of over it. So if there are... If there are any... then I'll probably just shoot them down. Good thing is I can just kind of do this too. It's fun. Well, actually, even better. Stasis. Keep stasis on me and then that way I know what's coming where. Yeah. Right, there's at least 3 around here. So I do have to kind of keep that in mind. It's a one burner. Stop moving! Ugh! Please. I hate that that's the only place I can get ancient arrows, because goodness gracious. So tired of this. But there is a memory here, and I have to get it. And that means blowing through all of my ancient arrows. Literally all of them. To get to it. Right. Pretty much. I think that one's gonna probably... Alright. Okay. Honestly, that's in really good condition after being here for a century. Gotta say.
Hero of Hyrule, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. You have shown unflinching bravery and skill in the face of darkness and adversity, and have proven yourself worthy of the blessings of the goddess Hylia. Whether skyward bound, adrift in time, or steeped in the glowing embers of twilight, the sacred blade is forever bound to the soul of the hero. We pray for your protection, and we hope that the two of you will grow stronger together as one. Forged in the long distant past, the sword
Gee, this is
of the
uplifting.
darkness,
She's making it sound like we already lost.
ancient steel
Wasn't this your
from
idea?
mighty hero.
You're the one who wanted to designate the appointed knight with all the ceremonial pomp, grandeur, and nonsense we could muster.
Of time and distance, when we need the
And if
golden
you ask
power
me,
of
the
gods,
whole thing does
our
seem to be
hope
overkill.
rests in you.
I think I'm on the
To be
same
forever
page as
by
the
the
princess
hero's side.
regarding this boy.
Oh,
Again,
give it a
however,
rest.
that the
That
two of
boy is
you
a
will
living
grow
reminder of
stronger
her own
and be
failures.
together
Well,
as one.
at least that's how the princess sees him.
Oh, jeez. Okay. 2 more, however, there's like a third one, isn't there? No, there's only 2. Okay. As long as I get away, I think it should be fine. Is that is a hardy durian. Alright, I think just back the way we came, it should be fine. In theory. Maybe not, I don't know. Can't really surf much here, but it'll get me away a little bit. It's actually getting me away a lot. Good amount, actually. Alright. Okay, so that should bring me back to north here. Oh, I actually pinned it a little bit past it, but I'm not even going to bother with trying to get that. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm not going in the front entrance of Hyrule Castle. I'm not. I don't want to waste the ancient arrows to try to, you know, fight my way through it. And I really kind of don't want to fight my way through it regardless. I would like to just, you know, go in the way that I know is relatively safe and not have to deal with it that way, because goodness gracious, everyone, you know, pretty much feel like I make it obvious that it's just gonna be a mess if I try to do it any other way. Okay, as long as the one doesn't see me from all the way across the way there. But yeah, besides the, I'm probably gonna, you know, see if I can get some of the Royal Guard's weapons, because, like, some of those are actually good. Some of them. But largely not really what I'm trying to look for here. Where did that rock go? I think that's the rock. I'm not standing here to find out, I'll tell you that much. I know, it's over here. Okay. Alright. Continue south to through Niklota, back through the ways. This is so hard when you cannot teleport, but I gotta do it for Terrytown. And my house, honestly. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, I don't have any more volley scales. Okay, might as well grab the hardy radishes that are here. I think I mentioned like multiple times in this one session that there are a good reasonable amount of hardy radishes that are actually really this is actually a good, or like rather this is a good place to come and get hardy radish stuff, as well as the endurance shrooms and stuff. Yeah, the endurance mushrooms and stuff. I think those are actually pretty good place to find these. Get Bullseye here. Okay. Alright, thank you. Let's peel. Alright. There was reset. I'm just largely going to ignore it because I cannot anymore. I literally cannot anymore. Sorry. You know, just to cut through Necluda, I think I'm gonna probably cut through Kakariko again. Get up the hill here. And climb up the hill here and just to see if I can get through the Necluda anytime faster. It's a great slope for shield surfing. But right now, that is not on our list here. We do have to go slow through here, but it will at least be a little bit of a shortcut. I think that's one thing I'm really hoping for, is that this is actually at least a little better. Well, actually, it's kind of half destroyed. Like there's like a giant like ring thing through there. Like through two of these cliffs, and it's just kind of goes that way. Kind of crazy to think. I think I will probably do the same thing and then just go leave them in Tarrytown. I still do have to upgrade my stuff. So if I do, any of the goblins I do see along the way, I should probably try to stop and challenge them. Keyword on try, because they'll probably end up not dropping the things I need. Okay, can you go now? Yes. That horse.
turn, and then we go down. Of course I decide I have to do the longest side quest ever. I do. But the funny thing is, this isn't even my last time going down here. Isn't that funny? You have to go past there to that tower back there. Then from that tower, I have to ring it around. Now the red ones won't give me guts, only the blue ones and up. So that's kind of annoying too. I do wonder if there'll be a compendium this time. Really, you know, I do wonder if there'll be a compendium for Tears of the Kingdom. I'm sure there probably will be. I do feel like the compendium is a little bit underutilized, but when it comes to, you know, all of these things, sometimes things go and get missed. Okay. I see a Boko. Are there any Bokos anywhere? Oh, you have a... No, not with those. Not with those, Link, please. Oh, there we go. Got a little bit of Boko guts. Alright. If that's 8, then that's 9. We need 16. Oh gosh. Oh, that's the shooting range. We don't want to go in the shooting range. We don't want to go in the shooting range, Psycho. Okay. Now what? Literally now what? Oh, lovely. Oh boy. But it is a silver, and I don't have that many items yet to take it on, unfortunately. Fortunately, they already got bonked in the head, so it's not like it's gonna have a problem. I never thought I'd be here again. Quite honestly. Aww. Alright, so we'll go up this way. Back to our house. Which is really kind of out there. Honestly, let's be real. How many Boko guts do we have? 9. We need 15. Nope, 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 nope. Again. Again. Really? Again. It just... It just feels like the RAM really fills up, like, in very specific spots for me. Like, it feels like it fills up in the Tano, the field,
Mostly the fields, honestly. Where's my horse? Oh my god. My horse fell down. I can't get the horse out. I don't think I can get the horse back up. Wonderful. Hey. Wait, what? Hudson's getting married, and he wants me to attend the wedding? Wow, good on him. Okay, so I just need to head over to Cherrytown. Can you wait? Oh. Okay, well, you know what? I'll go wake up. My horse is kind of stuck there. My case. Put that there. I'm also gonna sleep. Wouldn't it be funny if it was also a blood moon that night? Because apparently, like the thing for whatever reason does not reset the blood moon counter, which is really dumb. Or is that just me? Build me something. Gear displays. Weapon mount. Can you show that out? Ready to pay up. Thank you do. Payments up front. I'm sure it is. Time for construction. Instruction. 7 colors like blue, bloom like the spring. Ah. Right. Perfectly installed. Give it a look. Alright, cool. So I have another thing that I can install. Hey. Open that up. Alright, and then I'll equip that. And then we have the Cobble Crusher, but not the Cobble Crusher, but the Boulder Breaker. To be honest, I don't feel like going back up to get it. We don't have time. We don't have time. We don't have time. We don't have time. Help me. We gotta finish the gear displays though. Yeah. Okay. Oi. Get my mind right. How to get my mind right. Yep. You can't pull the slow, then don't push it. I'm struggling. Sorry. And sit down. Do something. Your displays. Bow. Yeah, I can pay up. Alright. Should have the rest of this completely done. It's working doing itself. Thug 6. South Swift Hammer Saw. Good rhythm, good job. Oh, boy. Practically perfect if I do say so myself. I'm a little jealous. Alright, well... Good, because, that's where Rivali's bow's going. But... This way. Perfect. That's where the Boulder Breaker would go, if I had that. But I don't. Build me something, please. Your displays. Shield mount. Ready to pay up. Can you do payments up front?
you do. House incoming for you. You know could fail, so don't leave your hammer let your hammer stammer. Oh, it's really coming along. Take a look if you get the chance. Alright. I'll put the Daybreaker on here. Alright. Cool. I mean, that means that basically I have everything I would need. Except for... certain gear displays. Ready to pay up. You do payments up front. What to do? Hang on a sec, gotta get my mind right. Carson, awaken your inner animal. We are beasts of construction. I'm waiting. Alright. Guess it's a good thing I stayed for Splatfest last night, right? It's not like Carson doesn't just like immediately sit down or something, I don't know. Bye. Guess another bow mount. Yep. Alright, this is the longest part of the thing. I knew I should have just done this when I had it. Because, like, it's definitely something that, like, I had the money for when I got it, but this was definitely something different. Sorry. It's too bad you just kind of sit there and do that. Alright. Cool. So now I have just shield mounts, yeah. 2 more. I am delirious. Right. Okay. Wait, build me something? Oh, I have one more. One more shield mount, and then I have one more thing to do.
Hi.
Well, that time you dazzled me? Well, it's dazzling time again, baby. Been waiting. You guys, I'm starting to think that there might need to be a part 3. I'm starting to think that there might need to be a part 3 because what I realized is that for me to finish everything up, I'm going to have to. I think it's probably going to take me another like 2 hours to do, and I can't stay up that late. I literally can't. I hate to do that, but I think in the end, it's probably for the best if I just do this one last thing tomorrow, and maybe we'll have the bonus. Maybe we'll just kind of go the rest of the week. I know I said I was going to take a week off streaming, but maybe I'll just do that next week.
And up until leading to Tales of the Kingdom, I think we're just gonna go ahead and do that. I think I even have a meeting tomorrow, so I really shouldn't be doing this. I absolutely hate that I am giving it up, and I definitely didn't want this to go the way that it did. 100 rupees, okay? You do. But I think that'll be for the best. Like, it's 2 a.m. now. I think I probably have about an hour or two to go, because I still have to get back up to Terrytown. Remember that. I have to get back up to Terrytown. And then I have to come back down.
Hi.
I have to come back down and go to,
Oh.
you know, I have to go to Akala to celebrate the wedding, and then come back down, and then go back into Hyrule Castle, and then do one or two last memories, and then we can go and fight it. Ah, you housing monster! You got everything? Ah, such is the way of youth, driven, even reckless, some may say. Well, since you bought everything, I'll throw in some few furniture. Yeah, least I could do. Carson, look lively. I'm with you. Okay. We did it. Alright, can y'all go to the wedding now? Well, I am tuckered. I couldn't swing a ball peen hammer right now, let alone an axe. Break time, baby. Right. Hylian homeowner is complete. Alright, well, Bolson. Yeah, I got it. Hudson's wedding ceremony, right? I guess I'll get packed and head towards Hudson's place. Please. This'll be fun. Okie do. Carson, we're headed out.
Oh.
Finally, been waiting for this day. Alright, guys. I think I'm gonna follow through with that plan, actually. I hate to, like, kind of cut it short, but I think in the end, it's probably for the best for my mental sanity, and for just, you know, for us to have a better experience. I mean, like, who's gonna stick around for like for the slate to try to watch this? I don't think that this is actually gonna be too fair. Yeah, I think it's just better to get the rest. So I'll be back tomorrow to do this. We're gonna finish it we're finishing it this week. We're finishing it soon, like sooner this week rather than later. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and actually let Link sleep as well. But we're getting this done, like, within, I want to say, probably the next. Yeah, it does suck having to put this off, but I need to, like, actually kind of prioritize my health here, and if I don't go, like, if I don't go to bed now, then I'm not gonna get at least, like, a good amount of sleep. Like, I can't, like, I will probably end up not having to, like, not being able to, like, really sleep until a while. So I think it's just better that I, you know, come back this tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And we'll go from there. So we'll, you know, my horse is literally in the river right now. Like, that's, like, you know what, let me at least, at the very least, I'll swap back for a second here. Hang on, give me a second. I'll swap back here. Just very quickly to get my horse fully into the lake here. Just so that we can, mount the horse. I don't think we're gonna, oh, my horse. No, don't go that way. My friend. My friend. Okay, you know what? Yeah, exactly that. That's exactly what I mean. That is exactly what I mean. All right. we're we're done here. We're done here. Like I think I need to just get this sorted out. We'll get through it tomorrow. I do promise that we are going to get through it tomorrow. Um like tomorrow night. I'm probably going to start at like 8 or 9, more likely 9ish, and then we'll just kind of I won't try now. Like the good thing is I work from home on Tuesday too, so that's not actually like a big deal for me to have to do that. That is a little bit more of an more important day, not important or a more important day to really try to get through to it. But we'll be back for it, and we will be going through that, doing Hudson's wedding, back down from Akala, through Hyrule Castle, getting those 2 last memories, one in Hyrule Castle, one in the forest, and then we'll come back, have that full, Hyrule Castle, and I think that'll be like a good stream. Like, we'll do Hyrule Castle and then we'll finish up, and then I think that in itself will be a good stream, and I think that we're not going to have any qualms with doing that. So I appreciate it. I'm just exhausted. I appreciate you guys sticking around. I appreciate, the support, the raids, the follows, the everything. Man, it's been a journey. It's almost over. It's almost over. I can taste it, but I want to stay true. My most important thing was staying true to the playthrough, and I think this is probably what I think is best. Maybe we can also go get the Boulder Breaker and then just have that be finished. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and end that. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the rest of this. There's nobody to raid. There's literally no one to raid. Even if I wanted to raid someone, it's just like dead in here. It's like there's nobody live. None of my follow channels are live. Okay. Good night. Good night. That's all I have to say. Get rest. Don't be me. Okay. Bye. Bye.